With this, we come to our next speaker. That is none other than the iconic figure from India, Dr. Sam Pitroda. Please give a huge round of applause to Dr. Sam.
Thank you, Marut. Dr. Ashok Chauhan, founder, president of Amity. Dr. Atul Chauhan, Dr. Asim Chauhan, Dr. Gurinder Singh, Marut, and my friend Raj, president of IIT, distinguished alumni, students, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Chicago. It is indeed a special honor and privilege for me to be with you at this event. Long Island campus is an accomplishment for Amity, and my compliments to you all for doing bigger and better things. Thank you for very generous comments, especially to Raj. I went to IIT to get my master's in electrical engineering just about 60 years ago. 60 years ago. And I remain in Chicago. And IIT has done so much for me. So I want students to recognize that universities have a great contribution to make in your life. In many ways, I can say what I am today has a lot to do with the fact that I went to IIT. I went to MS University. I had great professors, great colleagues as students. So never underestimate the value of the education you are getting, not just in the immediate future, but also in the total journey for the next 70, 50, 80 years. The subject you have today is very complex. Honoring the past, treating the future, present, and shaping the future. Leadership is a very complex phenomenon. There are so many variables and so many different things go in play to really bring the right outcome. No amount of management training can teach you enough about leadership. Great leaders like Gandhiji, Mandela, Martin Luther King never got an MBA. But they were the best of the best leaders for what they were trying to do. So leadership is about vision, ability to articulate that vision, break it up into small little pieces of task, get people to work on different tasks, motivate them, empower them, and then put that vision together. Put that task together to make sure that ultimate objective gets accomplished. It sounds pretty simple. But believe me, there is no science that can really document the kind of leadership that is required. It is not about optimizing productivity, efficiency, cost reduction, shareholder values. Unfortunately, this is what people teach you. But it is about optimizing something beyond shareholder values to stakeholder values. All of the leadership today predominantly is focused on profit and power. When we talk of leadership, you talk about rich people. You ask a young business student, what do they want to be? Nobody will say, I want to be Mandela. I want to be Gandhi. They will say, I want to be Bill Gates. I want to be Elon Musk. Because the system is geared towards promoting profits and powers. Many leaders today are misguided. They are hypocrites. They don't mean what they say. They don't say what they mean. And some of them have lost track of the values. So leadership is all about values. What do you value? Do you value democracy? Do you value human rights? Do you value truth, trust, love, peace, prosperity, inclusion, gender equality? All of these issues are a very important part of leadership. So my concern today is that the tools and technology offer you lots and lots of opportunities. How do you use these tools and technologies? I'm sure you all know about the debate going on today about AI. Everywhere there is conversation on AI. Should we stop development for 6 months? Should we worry about more regulations? Should we really control? Because the basic message is that there are bad players in the leadership who will use AI for bad things. How do you use AI for a larger cause? So at the end of the day, values form the core of your soul. What kind of a soul you are? And leadership is all about the core values. So rather than optimizing profits and power, when you begin to optimize what is good for planet and what is good for people, you begin to see a broader picture. To really focus on planet, you need to focus on sustainability. To focus on people, you need to focus on inclusion. So when there is a shift from profit and power to planet and people, you will begin to see a whole new world emerge. Today, with all this great education, great technology, we still have poverty, hunger. See what is going on in Sudan. We still have fights because of polarized politics. To be able to focus on the global problems of poverty, peace, and prosperity, leaders will have to focus on values. And these values will have to focus on inclusion and sustainability. In education, expansion, excellence, and equity are the core values. Like Raj said, you need to expand. 27% is probably not good enough for the 21st century. Going into 21st century, we had only 10% of our kids could go to college. Now it is 27%. Then we thought 27% would be a phenomenal accomplishment. We are there, but that's not good enough because target is always moving. Fortunately, we have today so many interesting tools and technologies to make everyone a self-learner. I am big on focusing on being a self-learner. How do we make our student a self-learner? Because learning is a lifelong process. I spend every day 3-4 hours learning, whether it is about ChatGPT or about nanotechnology, just curiosity keeps me going every day. I want to know about ocean. I want to know about animals. Curiosity is the key to becoming a self-learner. How do you teach all these things is the challenge for all of us. We are living in a hyper-connected world where all 8 billion people are essentially connected. What does this hyperconnectivity mean to our students, our teachers, our education, and to our development? World is going to be very different in the next decade because of AI. Believe me, ChatGPT is going to change education completely. And this is just the beginning of the seeds we are planting now. I don't need to remember everything that I was told to remember in the past. I need to learn to ask right questions. Nobody teaches you what to ask, how to ask, when to ask, who to ask. Just about a few months ago, I decided to write a little book. And I thought I would experiment with ChatGPT. So rather than writing a book, I decided to ask 600 questions. When I got answers to 600 questions in 10 different chapters, 40, 50, 60 questions per chapter, I had a book written in 3 days. Now I have to clean it up. But that's the world we live in. If you're a doctor, you can go to ChatGPT and ask so many questions. What does it mean to medicine? Not that it is perfected yet. Not that everything ChatGPT does is right today, but it will happen. The road is laid out. So what does education really mean in this new environment? I think those are the questions we need to ask, and that's what leadership is all about. I don't want to take too much of your time. I want to thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for the kind words. I'm delighted that you have Raj with you. Raj is a visionary. We are very proud of what he's doing at IIT. And I'm sure IIT and Amity both will benefit by working together. I'm delighted to see Dr. Salvamurthy. DRDO is a very important institution. I worked with them during Dr. Arunachalam's time. And that's an example of a leadership institute in India. Very few people know about, because business schools don't discuss DRDO. So I'm glad that you have been able to bring all these people together, including Professor James Almeida. And you really have a great crowd here. How do you multiply? How do you connect? How do you integrate? And how do you keep this momentum going so that we teach our kids to question? I'm very concerned about what is going on in India today. And I openly say that it is not good for India to have polarized politics, too much focus on Hindutva, curbing democracy, captured media. That's not good. And not enough educated people speak up because they are all afraid. You need courage. And that's also part of leadership. Gandhiji always talked about courage. Without courage, there is no leadership. So with this, I again wish everyone a great conference here. My compliments to Amity for organizing this. Wish you all the best and look forward to working with you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Dr. Sam Pitroda, I don't know how long you will sit, but a miraculous talk. I remember quite long years back, either in Odisha, Bhubaneswar, or in Trivandrum, we met. And I was very new that time in India. And we brought you from some conference. And you told Dr. 7 minutes we will have a chit chat. And it was 2 hours when we sat together. You canceled all your appointment. And I think Atul Chauhanji or his brother Asim Chauhanji was me. And what I heard from you, what I learned from you, I am practicing it. And this was a guarantee for what I could achieve. So I'm very glad to listen to you today.
That was a
Because
long, long time ago. You know, I'm
exactly.
81 years old. I know I have limited time.
But sir, you are looking much younger than that time. Atulji, were you there or Asim was with me? But
Yes.
Sam Pitroda is looking much younger. And sir, we have to have a dance and sing in 2047 because when 100 years are there, and I tell you my philosophy, are you working for yourself? Are these persons here working for themselves? They are working for the mission of God to make a better world through SNT. So therefore, I have planned together with you all to have a dance and sing in 2047. I'll be that time 105 years old. Why not?
Wish you all the best.
Sir,
Okay.
with you.
Thank you. Well, I'll be 105 too. I was born in 1942.
Okay. Which month? I'm October.
Yep.
Okay.
I am, June.
Okay, then you are few months elder than me.
No, May. How did I say June? That's my wife. May.
Okay. Right. I was in October 42. Great. So I think great people are born in October.
That's
Thank you.
Pitroda. We still remember Dr. V.S. Arunachalam used to speak very high about you, the person who really brought a new paradigm in DRDO. Every word he will appreciate, CDAC, and also the telecommunications. And so thank you so much that you have given the foundation.
No, we had an opportunity to plant seeds.
Yes.
But pioneers always have arrows in the back.
Yeah.
So we have lots of arrows in the back.
Great.
Actually, you are a brave soldier.
Young people don't know what we did, how we did it.
Yes.
They think it is their God-given right to have a cell phone. They don't know that it used to take 15 years to get a telephone connection. It's unthinkable.
And CDAC and
That's what
NIC,
India did.
all this, your contribution.
No, but credit goes to Indians. Young talent. I was just an instrument. We have some great young talent. Like Mr. Chauhan said, we have our leaders all over the world in business, government, from Indian gene pool. And India is a great, diverse country to produce the best of the best possible.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Go ahead.